Guys, it's not long to go. A couple of weeks until I play the Wall Garden in Bangor by the Sea. It's my biggest show of the year with my brand new show ROLEPLAY, which is a story about me and my life and my experiences and the role I play within society. Pretty deep, pretty meaningful. Would I win an award at the Edinburgh Fringe? Probably not, because I'm a white male. But it's going to be funny. The tickets are still available via the link in the description of this video or audio rendition of podcast. I say I'm white male, I don't identify as any gender, so hey, Edinburgh, holler at your boy. The Sly Guy Podcast has a Patreon, that's right, www.patreon.com/Sly Guy Podcast, where you get the extra Sly Guy Podcast on Monday, early access to this podcast, bonus footage on a Friday, maybe sometimes a vlog, and plenty of other stuff. Also nudes, just thrown out there too. If you want to see my walnut, my chocolate walnut, get on over patreon.com/Sly Guy Podcast. For as little as £2 a month, you can see my perineum. Guys, we have big news this week. You know the podcast has been sponsored from day one by Modest Beer. You know what Modest Beer is. It's a beer that started off here in Hollywood and now it's gone to Randallstown. And that's not an example of how good it's done, because if anything that's problematic. You shouldn't be moving from Hollywood to Randallstown unless you've been put out by a paramilitary organisation. However, when you're expanding and Hollywood's just not got enough space to brew these incredible beers, you need to go. And that's what Modest have done. But the news this week is big. The news this week is ground shattering. The news this week is, if you want to buy Modest Beer at their website, www.modestbeer.co.uk, you can get a discount of 15% at the checkout using the code SLYPA15. That's right, the code SLYPA, SLYPA 15 for 15% off at the checkout. Any Modest Beer, any merch, the works, you get it there. Now, I'm not saying that there may be a SLY PA in the works, but there may be a SLY PA in the works. Follow Modest Beer at Modest Beer. Get 15% off at the checkout. SLY PA 15. Legends.
I'm the Sly Guy.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Sly Guy Podcast with me, your host, Dave Elliott. I'm back from my holidays. My tan's fading. I'm like the bloody rose in Beauty and the Beast. It's dying and I need to find true love of the sunbed to bring it back. But that's okay, because yous are getting me in your ears and your eyes, and I hope you appreciate it, because this week is a return to form. Not that we're ever off form, but we're back and we're meaning business this week. I have my friend and yours, Jordy Robinson, on the podcast this week. And as always, we end up getting lost in the world of cinema. We end up discussing whether, me with all my experience, I've had a blackmate and I'm critiquing Christopher Nolan on this podcast in depth. We're talking about the Barbieheimer combo. We're talking about Mark COMMODE, a new character. We're talking about the Island Boys bucking each other. And we're talking all things comedy, silliness, fun, and also medical advice and terms. I learned new medical terms for what happens if you copy someone's accent, which is something I do, something that Jordan does, and something that you need. And also I explained to Jordan about 1990s classic film Biodome, starring Pauly Shore and one of the Baldwin guys. Who cares? They all look the same and they're all equally shit. But what is not shit is this week's episode of the podcast. So lay back in your seat, recline in your beds, hide under your car seat, do whatever you do when you listen to the podcast, and enjoy this week's episode of the Sly Guy Podcast. We were just talking off air there about Declan Rice joining Arsenal, and your first response was like, so I said, what about Declan? You went, he's doing the Fringe. And I was like, I don't know if we're talking about the same Declan here.
Sometimes you need a lot of downtime when it comes to, being a professional football boy.
Yeah.
So
the place to not get downtime though.
That is also very true.
It's horrendous. Are you going over yourself this year?
I don't think so, no. I went back in 2015, but that's because I was kind of like living between Edinburgh and Belfast.
Which means you had a girl in Belfast and a Scottish girlfriend simultaneously. We've been over this before, haven't we?
Yeah. It's a tale as old as time. And then I saw one show at the Fringe, and it was Phil Jupitus.
Nice.
don't really remember the show.
But do you like Phil Jupitus?
Yeah, no, I like them.
I mean,
like on Nevermind the Buzzcocks and stuff
but
like
you're
that.
not a super fan.
No, like I wouldn't be like going through his garbage, knowing where he lives, kind of thing.
If somebody had said to me, it's like I went to the Fringe and I saw Phil Jupitus.
But you see, I was working in Edinburgh, and I was just they were like, oh, we know this guy.
Yeah,
let's go see him. That kind
Phil Jupitus. What's Phil Jupitus doing now?
I say I'm not a super fan. I know exactly what he's doing. He's in university.
Oh wow!
Because I follow him on Instagram. I think he is
lecturer.
No, student.
Oh well, he's a creepy guy at the Students' Union.
Well, the guy loves knowledge. What can I say? But yeah, it's like textiles or something in like the University of Dundee or some Scottish university.
Why?
Hey, when you've done it all,
yeah, I mean,
just go back to school.
But like, and I know, I like Phil Jupitus, and I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I mean, you're not going like Burr, you're not going Chappelle, Jupitus.
No,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, when you say he's done it all,
the trident
like,
of stand-up comedy.
This is like, you put that together. It's the Illuminati, the world shakes. Oh, not Chappelle, Burr, and Jupitus. It's like it seems. I just feel like he's not done it all, Jordan. That's what I mean. I feel like it's conceivable he could be doing like a radio show, or he could be doing like a podcast or something.
Chappelle, Burr, and Jupitus sounds like an insurance firm as well.
Yeah,
I would 100% believe
Chappelle,
that.
Burr, and Jupitus. Yeah, like one sounds like a black man, one sounds like just a normal white guy, and the third sounds somewhat Jewish. To be fair, Jupitus. What's your name? Chaim Jupitus. Yeah. I am the brains behind the operation.
Gene Simmons' real name was Ham.
Ham?
Ham? Yeah.
I mean, if it was Ham, that'd be fresh. Is this Chaim Simmons?
No, Chaim Witz.
And what made him go with Simmons?
Who knows? Just
see, I asked his brother Julian what was going on. He was like, "No, he's definitely Simmons." Gene
that
Simmons.
Bloodline, like.
I know what a bloodline. And then Russell as well. It's surreal. It's like the Little Mermaid sisters, or just a mixed variation. Oh no, it's Chaim Witz.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, does that translate from Hebrew to English as Gene Simmons?
I doubt it.
I mean, if you're no disrespect to Chaim Witz, but if you're picking a name, don't pick Gene.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. Like,
yeah, Gene's a weird, because I remember. Do you ever hear a word and whatever way it goes into your head and it's processed in your mind, it just you can't fathom it meaning anything else or being spelt any other way. I remember like not being able to understand Gene Hackman was not Jean. I'm like, but he's a real hard guy, and why has he got a grandmother's name? Like, why is he called Gene? Like, it's, and my dad was like, no, Gene's a guy. But I knew Gene was a guy's name because I know Gene Hackman. But I couldn't get it in my head. It's like, why have they called him a pensioner woman's name? And it was like, what is going on?
See, this is a weird thing with my family. Everybody has like kind of weird like unisex names. Like, so me, Jordan, Dad,
because Jordan was your woman with the boobs, Harvey Price's mum.
My brother Sam, all unisex names.
Yeah,
I have no idea why. Coincidence?
Yeah. Well, maybe maybe your family just picked the name before the birth.
See, I was supposed to be called
gender.
Andrew. Do you think I look like an Andrew?
Well, maybe. Like, I mean, I think you could.
I don't think
I think you could pull an Andrew off. I could see it, But like, genuinely, my mum wanted to call me Michael, but they went with David. Can I look like Michael?
No, you don't.
Michael.
Michal. No, it was one of those weird things. So, I'm, like, have I told you the story? I'm named after Michael Jordan.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
there's no deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
My parents saw, it was like Miami Heat against like the fucking Chicago Bulls when they went on their honeymoon. And my dad always just liked Michael Jordan.
Nice. Well, that's nice.
And my mum wanted me to be called Andrew, and my dad put his foot down.
Yeah.
And now I'm Jordan.
There you go. And of course, your brother Pippin's doing well now as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Next time.
My brother Dennis Rodman Robinson.
I mean, every time you're on and you say something about the surname Robinson just suits like a black sportsman.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis
I don't make
Rodman
the rules.
Robinson.
Yeah, we don't make the rules here.
And again, Harlem Globetrotter it could be.
I got it again.
Yeah. But no, who was the guy who was the whitest of white basketball players? Larry Bird. Yeah, the Birdman. Yeah. Larry's a white man's name.
Oh, it's the whitest.
Yeah, Larry. But there are names, aren't there? Like, I remember reading something recently that there are no... What is the name? There are no more something's being born. People are not being... Keith's one.
Yeah, that surely has to be one. Nigel. No,
is it a G? Is it a Greg maybe, or
I know a Greg. I know one.
Graham maybe might be.
Could be another.
They're dying out. Grahams are dying out. The end of the
this is what the Just Stop Oil are actually campaigning against. It's like the extinction of Grahams.
But there are some there are names that if you gave it to a child now, you'd be like,
yeah, it sounds weird.
It does sound weird.
Yeah, like Agnes.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
There was that supermodel Agnes Dean kicking about there for a while, because my granny was Agnes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is prime granny name. Like.
Yeah, she was Agnes.
My granny was Sadie. That's
Sadie,
also prime,
I had a great
prime.
aunt Sadie, who, but again, I've been over this before in the podcast. Real name Sarah.
Yep. Sarah Ann.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
same with my granny. Or
maybe, yeah.
Are we related?
We have a Sadie. We have an Agnes, a Nell.
Nope.
Marguerite, aka Peggy. Nothing to do with her name, she was very much into extracurricular activities, which was wooden back in the day, so you had a splinter in your arse, but it was a fun time.
Hey, people had to get their kicks.
Yeah, and back in the day, who knows?
Oh, sepsis set in. Fucking no time flat.
Do you remember the people used to have like wooden legs?
Oh yeah.
Why don't they still rip those out? You know what I mean? Like, people be
probably
like,
splinters were a big issue.
Yeah.
Like, imagine getting, like, if you had, like, the stump after an amputation, to get a splinter in there would be fucking painful, like.
And splinters are notoriously wise and difficult to live in the subways in New York.
Have you seen the trailer for the new
Yes.
series? I'm going nowhere near it.
I don't understand what it is.
Yeah.
Because is it animated? Is it clay? Is it cartoon? What is it?
It seems to be kind of claymation / animation kind of thing, but I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
You are, we've been over this again before, cinephile guy.
Very much so.
Where do you stand on the Barbieheimer thing?
So, I've seen Oppenheimer twice. Mm-hmm. I have seen Barbie once.
Okay, and what do we think of them both?
Both fantastic. Both really enjoyed them.
Is Barbie, like, this is what I don't get about Barbie, because I've seen a few Barbie things in my time.
Mm.
You know, I've known many of my friends have androgynous genitalia and no nipples, and you know, it's just the crowd we roll with. But I don't. Is it set in a Barbie world, or is it set in a real life world, or
both? Both. The spoilers alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for Barbie.
Yeah,
here we come.
For everybody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
So it's set between there's Barbie world, and then they travel to reality, and then Will Ferrell is the CEO of Mattel.
Oh, the toy company?
The toy company that make Barbie. Yeah. And hilarity ensues.
Is he wild in it?
He's funny. He's pretty funny.
I heard a rumour that Dua Lipa's in it.
Yeah, she is, like, because I didn't know that was her, because I'm so out of the loop. I knew John Cena. John Cena's in it.
I fucking love John Cena.
Well, he's in it. There's a bunch of other cameos. Almost. Oh, there we go.
The champ is here. Can't see me. So the leader of the Sea Nation, what's he up to in it?
He's a mermaid or a merman.
Okay, and does he topless in it?
He is.
Gonna go see Barbie.
And Dua Lipa's the other mermaid.
His number one squeeze or his daughter?
I believe so. I don't know the family.
You know
lineage.
what? Like, and I don't mean to be perverted here, but I would like to watch them have sex.
Mermaids can't have sex.
No, but John Cena and Dua Lipa, I like to watch that. Like, you know, people are like, oh, if you'd ever pay, like, you know, if you're like, if I had enough money, if I was like a sodomite, I don't know what those guys from Saudi Arabia are called, but if I was a sodomite, I would pay. I'd be like, Cena, Dua Lipa, there you go. I'll watch. Like, I would put them in, you know, that canister that David Blaine lived above London in. I'd say get into that, yeah, and I'll just sit out like somebody out of like Hostel or Squid Game and watch, and then I'd pay Kylian Mbappe to do keepy up tries. Like, this is wealth, you know. That's what I'd like to see. But now I was more tempted to go see Oppenheimer first,
Yes.
but now that I know John Cena and Dua Lipa are together,
Yeah.
my money's going towards Barbie.
Well, so I didn't see them. I went to go see Oppenheimer on. Yeah.
Is that John Cena in it?
No. Less regal.
Sorry, that's Figo from Ghostbusters 2 for anyone doesn't know. Wow. Never know what you find this. So, is it in ensemble? Ensemble? The cast of Barbie?
Yeah.
Who else is in? Any more A-listers?
Yeah, there's a bunch. So obviously Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie.
By the way, on the Margot Robbie debate, because I'm a wee bit out of touch, I'm a bit older, but I've seen something on Twitter of people basically saying Margot Robbie's not all that good looking. Is that a thing? Or is that...
Not that I'm aware of.
No, the word mid? What does that mean?
I think it's like very middle of the road.
Yeah, well, apparently they're saying Margot Robbie's mid.
I wouldn't agree. In
See,
my interpretation of it, she's a beautiful person.
See, if I had some of that cash left over from John Cena and Dua Lipa, and I'd be like, Margot Robbie, come on.
It's got a fight, guys.
And Mbappe, do a different kind of keep you up his here. Come on, you know. I think she is a super babe.
Oh, yeah. Very attractive.
But I imagine it's not somebody who's like confident in their own existence that would call Margot Robbie
Oh, yeah.
mid. It's someone like, yeah, she's... No. If Margot Robbie walked into a room, everyone would be like, look at that beautiful person.
Oh, yeah. I think after
Beautiful.
the whole Barbie movie, she is now like kind of the most popular actor pretty much
In the world, yeah.
Especially after like Barbie and stuff like that. But Helen Mirren also in it. She does the voiceover.
Helen Mirren was the play back in the day. Whoa.
Still?
But I mean, I don't know how old she is. She may be 97, which again is a problem. Again becomes a problem. I just make words up. I'm still thinking of Dua Lipa and John Cena. It's fucking my brain, baby.
But she's not. So she does the voiceover. She's not actually in it.
And what is she voicing over?
So basically,
Tell me it's
like,
a big clown.
no, it's just like a narration.
Don't know why it's fun. Yeah.
But it's funny. It brings a lot of, I don't know, like kind of nihilism to the whole Barbie thing, which is kind of, I don't know, it's a gear change. It's quite nice.
I watch a lot of Barbie in my house.
Yeah,
Obviously,
the
Holly's
direct-to-video kind of things.
And yeah, there's Barbie in the Dream House, and it's entertaining, but also, you know, I don't want, like, if I'm watching Barbie, I don't want to switch on my brain too much. You know what I mean? I want to just have a good time. So
It's just the wink. I don't know what it was.
yeah,
No, it was definitely a complete different movie from Oppenheimer.
right, okay.
But
Dali? Oh no, sorry, I thought it was not doing a pit bull there. I just say, like, I thought it was a bit of Dali art there. No, but
no, it's
Dali's hard.
yeah.
Dali.
Yes, Oppenheimer. One of my favorite films I've seen easily the past couple of years.
So I think McKegney put something up, and it's one of the funniest things I think I've seen. It was like he put a poster of Oppenheimer, but I think he wrote John Jacob Oppenheimer Schmidt, and I don't know why that was so funny to me. But again, as someone whose kids watch a lot of fucking JJ on Cocomelon, I was like, that's really funny.
Hey, like he knows his target audience, that McKegney one.
So let's talk about Nolan.
Stephen?
No, Christopher. Crick.
Old Cricky Nolan.
Crick Nolan, right? I have a wee bit of a silver side with him, a bit of beef with him, because I find in cinema that sometimes people lose a run of themselves a bit, and I think he's maybe, as Stormzy would say, get too big for the boots.
Okay.
And I think like Tenet.
I'm going to stop you there. Never seen it.
Right, okay.
But anyway, continue.
Not a great time. Right, wasn't a great time. Interstellar. Okay.
Also never seen that, though, but those are the only two that I haven't seen.
Dark Knight.
Yes. One of my favourite movies of all time.
What's the first one? The Dark Knight.
Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises.
Batman Begins? Very good. Very good.
I'd say solid 8.
The one with the Joker?
9.5.
Below the first one, I think. Yeah. Now, the last one with Bane? Shaked.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy it at all.
Not good.
No. But have you seen The Prestige?
Yes.
Yeah, with Hugh Jackman, David Bowie, of all people.
Yes.
It's my second favourite Nolan movie.
It is good. But my favourite Nolan movie, and potentially my favourite of all
Can
time.
I guess?
Yeah.
Memento?
No, Inception.
Oh, really?
Love it. Yeah, love
Okay.
it.
I thought you were going left field with Memento. Like,
No, Memento is good. That's got
It
your
is.
man, what's his name? Guy, not Guy Ritchie.
Pierce.
Pierce, yeah. He's very good. Very good.
He's very...
He's very good. He'd not get it, but he'd get an award. Not not the dick.
The award, or
He'd get-
role.
Yeah, the
Anything.
role. Not the dick on this occasion. But
That's what I call my dick.
yeah. But then my favourite actor is in Inception too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy?
No, Elliot Page. Yeah, and Elliot Page is such a good actor. He even made me believe that he was a woman in the role, which is what was amazing for me. But no, I loved Inception.
What made you think that that Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight?
I'm not a hype guy,
Okay.
and I also felt like I just felt The Dark Knight was I was underwhelmed a bit by it, and that's why I feel where my beef is with Nolan.
Oh, okay.
I get very excited about seeing what he's going to produce, and then like last couple, I'm like, he thinks he's better than
Fair.
he needs to step it back a bit.
And so has this started since The Dark Knight was in cinemas, or like...
No, more so recent, because the first Batman I thought was great.
Mhm.
Like I was like, you know what, Batman's back, and then I thought it's getting a wee bit. I just don't know. I thought, right, here's one. If Heath Ledger hadn't died,
Mhm.
wouldn't have been anywhere near as well received. That's my opinion. Maybe.
Hypothetically.
But
We'll
he
never
did.
know. Yeah, exactly. We'll never know.
It's like The Crow.
Brandon died the day
Yeah.
I was born.
So you might have a.
I am the
spirit.
reincarnation of Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee, Mark II. Yeah.
Not as athletic, but will probably die
I mean-
at a young age.
But you're older than him now, aren't you?
Why? What age did he die?
Brandon Lee was a young guy. Was he 20 in the 27 club?
No, he couldn't be in the
Yeah.
27 club, was he?
I think so. Brandon Lee was, of course, hold
Bruce
on.
Lee's son?
No. He was, oh, what's he called? The drummer from
Tommy Lee?
Tommy Lee. Yes, his son. Brandon Lee apparently was Bruce Lee's son. Interesting.
There we go.
How old are you?
30 years old.
Yeah, Brandon Lee's 28.
Look at that.
But you know
He has a
what?
winning smile.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so I think it was the same kind of deal that happened with Alec Baldwin
Eric Baldwin.
about him firing blanks
Yeah,
and then also someone with a gun.
but Alec Baldwin wanted to kill that woman. I know it. Like he was belligerent. Him, he did it on purpose.
Well, is that movie come out yet?
What's it called? It's got a weird name.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
I can't remember. don't know.
No, I don't think so.
It's probably the only way that you could get me to go see a movie with Alec Baldwin in it, though.
Yeah, of just have him kill someone.
Yeah, exactly. Have a little bit of lore behind the movie before.
But now obviously it's tragic that somebody lost their life,
Obviously.
especially when you should be safe at work. But I love how the right wing were like, that's what Baldwin gets. Trump people like, he came for me, and karma is a bitch. It's like, I did it. Imagine it was Trump. He snuck in with his big long tie and just fucking fiddled with a gun. Take that, Alec. But I mean, I do sort of feel a bit bad for him. Like it.
Well, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hard because he's had to do SNL for so long, but hardly intentionally his fault would it have been?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then
I
people are
much doubt
like,
it.
Alec Baldwin didn't go to any of the safety training. He didn't. He was on his phone when they were doing safety checks and stuff. We're like, oh, well, Alec.
Yeah, it doesn't paint you in the best light, does it?
Nah, but from all accounts, Alec Baldwin's a prick. Like I think that's what people.
But is he
have said,
not the
no?
best of the Baldwin brothers? Because apparently they're all like fucking dickheads. Like,
Stephen
allegedly.
Baldwin not fresh?
yeah, he's Justin Bieber's wife's dad. He is Justin Bieber's father-in-law now.
Stephen Baldwin.
One of the Baldwins, I think it's Stephen.
Who's you can tell I might have not had my brain switched on today. What is wrong with me? Pauly Shore's best mate.
Pauly Shore, the guy who used to do the aerobics thing.
No, Pauly Shore, who is Mitzi Shore's son. And he was in like Encino Man with him.
No, never seen him, man.
Pauly Shore. You know Pauly Shore though, don't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, you know him to see him. He was like the big 90s movie star. And he's a stand-up.
No.
The Wheeze, Pauly Shore.
No idea who that man is.
No? Oh, wow. This is interesting. But you know who that guy is, The Whale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were in Encino Man together. Pauly Shore. I'm just going to write Pauly Shore and Baldwin and see Baldwin.
What conspiracy theories come up?
Because he's the fun Baldwin that looks like Stephen Gately. That's all I know. Yeah, there's the other Bald, the fun Baldwin.
He does look like the fun.
Yeah,
Baldwin,
like he looks
fair.
like the fun Baldwin. Who is the Biodome? Right, it's the movie Biodome. Which how have you not seen Biodome?
Oh man, the amount of movies that I haven't seen for someone who really enjoys cinema. I only saw Wayne's World like last week.
Right, okay.
For the first time ever.
Right, let's see. Biodome. Like, what are your opinions quickly on Rotten Tomatoes?
I make my own mind up.
I think fuck Rotten Tomatoes is my opinion. But you know who Biodome's narrated by?
Who?
Just read that name out.
Roger Bumpass.
Roger Bumpass. Yeah. Oh wow, what a guy. Oh, you recognise Roger Bumpass, do you?
Oh yeah. He's the voice of Squidward.
Squidward, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was SpongeBob. Bumpass. Right, let's see.
What a name.
Stephen Baldwin. I was right. All that for me to be right.
Yeah, that's the guy. He was on Celebrity Big Brother.
And and he's a character.
Oh yeah.
Stephen Baldwin. Oh wow, Kylie Minogue's in Biodome. Henry Gibson, Rose McGowan, all the big hitters are in Biodome. Who else do we have in there? Jack Black.
This is a movie I've literally never heard about.
Well, do you want me to read you a synopsis of
Please
Biodome,
do.
just so you can?
Yeah, do an elevator pitch.
Right, okay.
But we're going to the second floor. So.
This is the Biodome. Like, this is what the episode of this is called. Welcome to Biodome with Dave and Jordy. All right, here we are. Biodome is a 1996 American stoner comedy film.
Okay.
Directed by Jason Blum.
Is that the same guy who does all the Blumhouse stuff?
No.
Oh.
I thought it was myself.
Mm.
But I mean, he's directed episodes of The Soldier of Fortune and Veronica Mars. No, no. But he directed Irving, which is a film that starred Jim Belushi, and Biodome. So, you know, he's kind of shit at by the looks of it.
He's got credits, man.
The plot of the film revolves around two clumsy, dim-witted slackers,
Oh.
Shore and Baldwin, who, while on a road trip, look for a toilet in what they believe to be a shopping mall. The shopping mall turns out to be a biodome.
Holy shit. What the fuck's a biodome?
Which is, you know, a closed ecological system.
Oh, it's like a greenhouse?
Like, so basically they set up biodomes to, like, test shit in, like, science and all, you know, so...
The botanic gardens, that's what
yes,
you're trying to say.
basically.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
So, 5 scientists are about to be hermetically sealed for a year in the biodome. The film has... What are the themes of the film? Environmentalism. I know you always look... That's one of the things. Combined with drug use, sexual innuendo, and toilet humour. I mean,
what's the trifecta?
What's not to love about that biodome? You know what I mean? That's like going back to Chappelle, Burr and Jupitus. You know, that's what you need. Toilet humour, environmentalism, and drug use.
Right. By the next time I'm back on, I'll watch Biodome and give my honest opinion about it.
Okay, and do you want to hear the reception of Biodome?
I'm going to guess it's negative.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 4% based on reviews from 26 critics. The consensus reads, like its two obnoxious protagonists, this dreadfully unfunny Pauly Shore vehicle should remain separated from society. Biodome. Is there a way, right? You're the guy who needs to figure this out. Okay. Is there a way I can watch movies with my comedian friends and make it into something without being sued?
In like a form of content?
Yeah.
Said yeah, weird.
Yeah, I did because I sort of swallowed coffee.
I guess the whole movie review kind of thing is an avenue.
Yeah, I am like Mark Kermode. I should. In fact, that's my new character name, Mark Commode. And I review people while shitting. And that's how I review turds. It's just 5 turds. Someone lies underneath the commode on like a mechanic's pulley, and then I go, "You get 5 commodes." Classic review from Mark Commode.
Fucking sell it to anyone who's buying.
Yeah, the ASSE arena for the Mark Commode.
Are you one of the people that calls it the SSE now, or is it still the Odyssey?
I mean, it's still the Odyssey,
Yeah.
but then I just am sick of people correcting me all the time. Do you mean like
But who's correcting you?
it's actually the SSE now?
Yeah.
It's branded. Like it's still. You know what? If the SSE are like we're pulling out, we don't sponsor anymore, does it become the Odyssey again?
I don't know.
Like West Ham.
John Dory will take over.
Yeah,
Or
the
something.
John Dory. I love the John Dory's ring. That'd be tremendous. But the West Ham,
Yes,
they used to play at Upton Park.
they did.
Why is it called the Boleyn Ground?
Actually, good question. I've no idea.
Yeah, it's weird, and they play now at the London Stadium. What
have
other
you-
names
have you
do
ever
they
been?
have? The Olympic Stadium.
The Olympia Stadium.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
The London Stadium.
Yeah.
I've driven past it on a train.
It is possibly my least favorite football stadium that I've ever
Why?
been to. It's just zero atmosphere, and it's the same kind of thing where it's the kind of like running track that's surrounding the pitch, which is I don't know, fucking feels alienating, like
Yeah.
especially compared to what it used to be.
But what
like.
I will say, Upton Park was a good stadium.
Oh yeah.
Samasi Abu's old stomping ground.
I never got to sit anywhere that wasn't up in the nosebleeds though.
Yeah.
So I've been like maybe like 3 or 4 times, and it was always up in the fucking.
And what is it now? Is it like
Oh, it's apartments.
apartment? But did they keep some in the stadium?
No, not
Because like
to my
Highbury,
knowledge.
like Highbury still half remains, and they've built like apartments in and around that. Highbury stadiums where Arsenal used to play prior to the Emirates, or Ashburton Grove if the Emirates pull out of their sponsorship deal. But in terms of FIFA, I really like the Olympic Stadium because it's got the wee West Ham logo and it looks pretty cool.
I hate the new West Ham logo too.
Yeah,
I'm getting to the point where I'm just a bitter old man when things change.
yeah,
I fucking hate the new West Ham logo.
it is shitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you should have the wee castle.
Yeah,
now, just
I
two
love the
hammers.
fucking castle. I like there was times in like French class and stuff
Never
like
have you
that.
sounded more like a 6-year-old. I love that fucking castle. Do the roar.
There's times I got to be able to doodle that crest so well that I can still do it now in my sleep. In fact, I'm going to draw one on the table before I leave.
Yes, that's fair. Because if you've rubbed off yourself,
No, I'm still there.
No, that's okay. I thought you'd rubbed off at
Nope.
this table. But didn't Everton give the fucking stinks to their new logo? So they designed a new logo at Everton, and then were like, nah, don't like it. The fans were like, that's shit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, we'll do a better one then.
See that's what I fucking like when like fucking fans go like, no, actually this is not something that collectively as a whole we like, and then the fucking football club actually listens to them.
Yeah, but you seem to me to be a bit more sort of like you're a good bit younger than me now, and you're a bit more sort of liberal, and you're more like attached to the modern way of thinking
Okay.
to an extent. Do you ever get to the point where you're finding yourself as you get older, you're like, I don't like the way that's going,
Oh, change?
and you're like,
Man.
that's not for me.
I fucking hate the majority of things that change
Because-
and stuff like that, but it's all like it's remedial shit and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's stuff that I'm used to. You see when Extravision closed down, I couldn't be consoled.
But you know what? I remember. I don't know why I sound like Liam Neeson there. I remember the good old days on a Friday night. I don't know why I'm going full Irish.
No,
now.
Liam, please don't.
Yeah. I would go to Extravision with my card laminated, and I'd peruse, and I would find something, and I would rent it. But that was a fun time. Your mum would or your dad would drop you down. You'd go in, you'd peruse, and you would always, without doubt, walk past the dirty section. Just have a way like that's in the memory now. Yeah, oops.
Yeah, we glance.
But I used to love doing that, and then you had to like, and there was an element of like now I feel like everything is so analysed prior to watching it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you pick one, you'd be like, look at that. That's what's that about? That's about a wee man. It's half a shark and half a man. I'll have a wee look at that. And you go, shit. Or else, oh, it's good. See, when it was half a...
I'm probably the worst for it. I will Google pretty much every single detail of a movie before I go watch it.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you not
Safety
like
blanket.
But you know what
I don't like the uncertainty that it might be shite without me knowing.
You know what I've got? Not got on my arm? My Fitbit. I'd always have it on, but now I don't. And I ran out of battery on holidays and I haven't charged it yet. I've just been living free, man, for the last few... Like,
How many steps you doing per day, though?
who knows?
See, you don't know.
45,000, I think. But what my point to you is, maybe just try to go in without the Fitbit on sometime. What would you do, right? Say you are... say you're dating a girl, right? And she's like, they call me Susie Spontaneity, right? And you're like, why? And she goes, 'cause I'm so spontaneous. And then, like, she'd spit in your face. You'd be like, oh, well, why? And you'd be like, well, I'm Susie Spontaneous. But then she's like, right, we're going to the cinema.
Okay.
And it's like, you can't know anything. And you just go to see a film.
No.
Would you not like that?
No. That would make me incredibly uncomfortable.
And would you try to, like, would you be like, I need to pee? And then would you go to pee and be like, ooh. Look up Pornhub now. Like, going to find out what the movie's reviews are. See what Mark COMMODE says.
I wouldn't even go to like
Actually,
I would just openly do it. Like I wouldn't try and hide it.
Yeah.
You know, because that's when it becomes a problem when you try and hide like a kind of coping mechanism and stuff like that. I think that's when it becomes an issue.
But do you then go into like, would you be a wee fucking smug spoiler man then and be like, I know what happens here? Or would you just
No, I'll keep it to myself, like.
Yeah, but then you like the surprises.
Yeah,
like,
to a certain extent.
so,
like, I'm not going to Google the actual, like a spoiler kind of
right, okay.
thing. I just like to know the background. Just get a little idea of the movie.
Because, like, if you were doing that on your phone, you could never watch a movie from Humana Shyamalan. Sorry, I said that a bit too quick. M. Night Shyamalan. You know what I mean? Because he's the master.
He's a wee twisty boy, isn't he?
He is the twist. He's the airbender, the last of them. You know, he is the man.
Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated it.
I enjoyed it.
I hated it.
And you know why? And because I hate everything about it, but because of that, I enjoyed it. Because everyone was saying it was so shit, and I was like, you know what? I like it.
But I don't know. I think this is the thing with my family. Like, they will never be truly happy with something unless there is a little tiny minute detail that they can complain about. Like, that's what makes it perfect.
Yeah.
If it's like a 8.5 out of 10
movie,
it's like that's their like.
Yeah. Well, they have 1.5 things to complain about then.
Exactly.
Just the 0.5. So I mean, I'm with them on that one. I mean, you know what I didn't like about The Last Airbender? That they had the word air in the sentence in the title. I would have preferred to have gone to see a film called The Last Bender, just to see what that would be.
Oh dear.
Who would know? Maybe it's a film about Beckham's free kicks. Who knows?
Who knows? Could be a documentary about, was it Joe DiMaggio? No, not Joe DiMaggio. John DiMaggio, the guy who does the voice for Bender.
Yeah, it could be the man that does the voice for Bender. It could also be a biopic about Quentin Crisp. It could be anything, you know. But it would be a lot of fun. Oh dear. But M. Night Shyamalan, he's another one who I think people are too sly to him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because some of his films are amazing. Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense is class. I didn't like, what was it called? Village?
The Village, no, that was crap.
I watched that when I was in Fiji.
Nice.
It was the only movie we had.
What?
The Village.
The Village?
Yeah.
And now, did you buy that or was it in your like apartment you were staying in?
We were staying in this like resort place, and they had like some DVDs and stuff like that, and that was the only one that wasn't like Power Rangers or I don't know, like Pride and Prejudice or something.
Yeah,
like
well, Pride and Prejudice, an absolute banger.
I've never watched
No?
it. No, there's just not enough information about it before I can.
No, well, I mean, there's quite literally an entire book about it you can just read.
There's a limit to how much I read about it.
Oh dear. But no, Pride and Prejudice isn't bad. Like, now, is there any period like books or adaptations you do like?
World War II stuff, just to bring it back to Oppenheimer.
What, Jane Eyre?
is that set in
Jane Eyre?
1940s Germany?
No, it's a proper costume drama, Jane Eyre. Like, there's a guy and like Jane Eyre meets him and she's like, oh, I mean, the language is slightly different, but she's like, oh, you're fucking dope and all. And he's like, oh, I like you too, except there's one thing. She goes, what's that? He goes, I have a schizo wife who lives in the attic. And then the schizo wife burns the house down. It's like, no, you know. But it's a good story. I like people who are kept as prisoner in books, all right? I loved Jane Eyre when I was growing up. I loved The Man in the Iron Mask.
Okay.
That was one of my personal favourites. And I cannot wait for the Fritzl biopic to come out.
I was wondering where it was going to go.
Yeah.
There's a couple of avenues you could have gone down.
The Man in the Iron Mask was one of the first things I remember like being a bit scared about when I was a kid. Because it was the original one that was before Leo was in the remake. But that mask, like, it's just a cast iron. And like, is there anything more terrifying than people just taking you into a cave and put a cast iron mask on? You can't get off.
Oh yeah, there's
horrific.
The fact that if you go to sleep, you'll get killed in your dreams by some guy in a fucking fedora and stripy top. That always got me when I was a kid.
And was that one of your first fears? You remember Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger was 100% one of, like, terrified me. Like.
But a bit of me thinks like he got done once for being a nonce.
Although that wasn't canon until 2010 with the remake.
It wasn't what?
It wasn't canon.
What do you mean?
That he was a child molester.
So they didn't put that in anything?
No, he was just a child killer.
Oh, a killer? I mean, not...
In 2010, they heavily implied that he also molested children.
Because who played him?
Jackie Earl Haley.
And he was...
Haley.
No, call him... Was Rorschach?
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah, Rorschach. That's his real name.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's like Cisco. It's a one-name guy, just Rorschach. And he was creepy in it, but good. But
he was great. It was fantastic.
And I didn't mind that remake. You know, it wasn't terrible.
I remember seeing it in Dublin Road Cinema, and it got to the part at the end, which was like super tense. Like it was all building, was completely quiet, and for some reason, I just found it like the appropriate time to lose my shit and couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. Oh no. Bet you ruined that for so many people. Like some bastard.
And like I remember, like, do you remember the cinema in Dublin Road? I can't remember. It was upstairs, but it was like the big fucking.
Yes.
It was one with the most seats in it.
That was a great cinema.
Oh fuck! I miss it so much, man. Crazy Tuesdays.
I remember somebody invited me to Crazy Tuesdays once, and I thought Crazy Tuesdays was a nightclub at the time. I was like, I'm fucking down for some Crazy Tuesdays. Right, Dublin Road, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're going to see Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, or some shit like that.
Crazy. This is the opposite of what's crazy for a 22-year-old man. This is quite mild, in fact. You know, this is not crazy. Dear. And then they're like, you can get 2 tickets for price one. But to be fair, it's quite crazy.
Yeah, that's clinically insane.
That is pretty mad. See, in today's day and age, wow. But no, like, are there any, like, cause I will watch everything that's a remake. Like, I love Michael Myers and Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That's always we spoke about horror. You're a fan of horror, aren't you?
Yeah. It's my favorite genre.
Yeah, well, he was always the one that scared me the most. Now, what's a dope introduction to that is my Aunt Mary, who is no longer with us, R.I.P., great woman, loved her. And I don't know why it's relevant, but you know, in case people think about the mugger. Yeah, listen, you know what I did, but she would be like, she was the aunt who had like no kids, so would be maybe like would be a wee bit kind of maybe cross some boundaries, which you would tell kids and which you shouldn't. For example, she told me a story to keep me in bed one night about a boogeyman. And with hindsight, it was the entire Halloween. She was like, and there was this guy, and he was problematic when he was a kid, and he killed his sister, and they put him into a home, and he got out of the home, and someone stuck a knitting needle through his neck and all. She goes, and did that kill him? And I went, yeah. She went, didn't. Somehow it missed all the vital arteries and organs, and he lived, and he kept coming, and he was looking for his sister, and I was like, did he get his sister? And she'd be like, he did, aye. And I'd be like, oh no. So then I'm like, who's he looking for now? And she was like, well, he's looking for a little fat brown haired boy with no front teeth. So you better go to bed, because the only thing that'll stop Michael Myers is a duvet. I'm like, alright, okay, best get in here, you know what I mean? And then when I watched that, I was like going, I've seen this before. This is, you stole this off my aunt. And I'm like, actually no, she fully told me the story of Halloween.
Yeah, I love the Halloween movies. Like.
Oh, but she would always tell me all the like horror films, and like when I was a bit older, she would, like, if she was babysitting, she'd be like, well, watch a wee movie. Well, here's this one I wrote about your man. But like when the Halloween movies got remade, even though like some people would be like, it's a bit shit and all, I enjoyed them. They were not as good.
Rob Zombie ones?
Zombie ones, yeah. And then the newer ones, I didn't see the end of the newer ones, but yeah, I didn't like, you know what, I didn't like it whenever they locked Michael into, like, I just hate when stuff goes too far.
Okay.
Like, there's no way Laurie Strode fortified a house to that level. That's millions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's millions to do that.
Yeah, so with the Rob Zombie ones, I like them, but then also very left field, very crazy. But I think Halloween's known for that. Yeah,
but then to have Erling Haaland play a young Michael Myers in that first one was so stupid. And like, yeah, again, you've not seen him in any other film because he's just such a good football career. So it's terrible, I know.
He's just gonna put up a photo because that is what fucking spitting image.
But it was, I liked it. It was, but then like, because then like Halloween was all about like the jump scares, and it made you scared in your mind. And then they're like, Rob Zombie, just fuck blood and guts. And it's like, that's Rob Zombie.
Yeah, it's different kind of horror movies. I recently saw that new Insidious movie that came out. and I think it's the 5th one in the whole series. And I was like, it's like they're not even trying anymore. It is just bright lights and loud noises.
But isn't that that's one of the downsides of horror films, isn't it? That one does well, then they make sequel upon sequel, and then they don't really give a fuck. They're like just ticking boxes, making people jump scared, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Because like the first Saw movie, masterpiece, I think. But then, like by the second one, we're like, again, my thought's always money. It's like, so how much did it cost him to renovate this entire? Did he have planning permission to do this? Like, what? He's running these like jaw ripping masks through his fucking. His power, his fucking solar panels on his roof. Like, what the? No,
don't work like that.
You cut off, mate. Do you want to live? I will cut off your hand. Then,
yeah.
No,
it's one of those weird ones. I never really got into the whole torture porn kind of thing.
No, but you know what? I didn't like at the time. Like, I didn't like Hostel at the time, but now I think the idea of Hostel is brilliant.
What, the idea that like for you to partake in it?
No, for the idea that exists, and it possibly does. Jeffrey Epstein.
I was going to say, I've never been to Slovakia, so I don't know.
But you know what? Like, I remember, obviously, when I'm actually, for age purpose, I could really mortify myself here. I'm going to find out when do you reckon Hostel
2005.
2005? It was 2005. Do you know that exactly? How do you know that?
It's one of those things that sticks in your head.
Wow, so I was, 2005? Let me do some maths here.
I think 12 years old.
I think I was 19, right? So let's just say 2005, and this is, my brain's not working, minus 1986. 19, when Saw came out. So I was probably quite impressionable. And I thought to myself, and I know, like, I was just single, lived at home, didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life. I remember watching Hostel being like, I think I would sacrifice my life to sleep with those two women in that sauna in Hostel. Like, they were like super babes. You know, and now with hindsight, I'd be like, nah, it's a dangerous game. Then I'm like, you know what?
Worth it.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because, like, realistically, when you die, you're dead. You know
yeah.
You're going to die at some point anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, like, I think the idea with life itself is just to prolong it as long as possible.
Yeah, but I mean, see if someone... Like, I remember watching, you know, those, like, motivational guys that are like, how much money is important to you? And they're like, oh, it's so important. It's the most important thing. And they were like, what if I said I'd give you £1 million? And he's like, yeah, I'd take it. It was, what if I said I'd give you £10 million? He's like, oh, yeah. It was, but you wouldn't wake up tomorrow. And the guy was like, oh, well, I wouldn't want the £10 million. And they're like, well, there you go. Time is more important than money. But then, see if someone said to me, what if I give you no pounds, but you can go into the sauna with these girls? I'd be like, well, hey, who knows? You know, we'll see. I'll go in for a look. You know, but what I didn't like about it was when they didn't need to show you all the stuff they did. You know, just knowing something like that happens. And, like, it is an interesting idea. Like, Eli Roth is a guy that splits opinion, but I think some of his premises are pretty good. But I enjoy, like, the premise of Hostel. It's a good movie, and like what they did to other ones. There was one where it was just a remake, essentially, of the first one, but two girls in the lead role instead of two guys. I mean, and I would go into the sauna for dick more than I would even for the sweet girls, just big schlongs. And then they remade the third one, but it was just the same movie, but in Las Vegas this time. Yeah. Yeah. So, but what other he did a remake of Cannibal Holocaust called like The Green Inferno or something like Cannibal Holocaust. What a classic film that is.
I watched that on a second date, and
there was no third.
Yeah, no, there wasn't, and I felt ill because I'd never seen it before. But I've always wanted to see it. Like,
let's do his filmography. Cabin Fever.
Oh yes, Cabin Fever. Yeah. Did he direct that, or was
he directed it? He wrote it and he produced it.
Oh, there you go.
Same Hostel. Like his money's made off Hostel, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Green Inferno. There it is. There is a cannibal horror film directed by Eli Roth. Oh wow. I mean, it doesn't look so sweet, does it?
Oh no, the poster really paints 1,000 words.
The worst, and then have you seen Vitch?
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah,
I thought it was shit.
What?
Yeah, The Witch. What? Overrated.
You don't like the taste of butter?
No, didn't like it, and I didn't. And, even Black Phillip.
Oh yeah, come on, that's so good. If I ever have a goat, I'm calling it Black Phillip.
Yeah, Like I have a mate called Philip, and he just loved. He was referring to himself as Black Philip. I'm like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
You know, but he was all for it. And he was calling himself Black Philip, and he really enjoyed it. And then we went to the farm, and he saw a black goat. And he was like, "There it is. Can I lift him for a photo?" I was like, "I don't think you should."
Robert Eggers, wasn't that the guy who directed The Witch?
The Witch, Robert Eggers. Let's see, The Witch. I mean, but this is one that's got rave reviews, and I don't get why people think it's so good.
Do you know the dad in it does the ad read for Check a Trader?
No, I didn't know that. There you go.
There you go.
What age is Robert Eggers? 40?
I don't know.
I thought he was the guy who used to own West Ham. Eggers. No.
Yeah, Eggleston, the Icelandic guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I like the name of that. Kate Dickie. What'd she do? An actress. Oh, she was horrendous in it.
Yeah, she's
a horrible wee woman now.
Yeah, she's been in loads of stuff. She's a British actress, isn't she?
British.
Yeah. But yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy. That was like one of the first movies I saw Anya Taylor-Joy in.
Yeah, and it's got a 90% approval rating.
90?
90?
No.
I know. I don't think it's that good.
I like the movies that he does.
Who? Eggers?
Yeah, because you've got The Lighthouse and The Northman. Mm-hmm. And he's doing a new adaptation of Nosferatu.
Nice.
It's all in the pipework.
Nosferatu. I mean, if it's made in Belfast, give IT a shout. He could save a lot of money on makeup and the gear.
Took me a second to realise who you're talking about.
Fun ball guy. Get the fun ball guy in there. But Nosferatu, he was a scary dude.
Yeah. But you know, he was basically like the copyright-free version of Dracula. That's all the Max Schreck movie was like copyright, kind of like one of those movies where, you remember going into Super Value and there was like,
nope.
Marks and Spencer. No, but you get like wrestlers, but they didn't have the same name, but they were the same like mold as like John Mina instead of John Cena.
John Mina. Kieran's dad. John Mina.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing as that.
Mr. Average. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's basically what Nosferatu was.
Yeah, the caretaker. Yeah.
He's a creepy looking dude.
Yeah, big long fingers, bald pointy ears, and also Nosferatu.
Very. Yeah, that's Mr. Burns is also kind of based on that.
Yeah, but what things scare you then? What, like, when you're watching what? You said it was Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger when I was younger. Now I can like watch all those back and go like, I can't believe I was fucking scared of this shit.
Because I remember the first time in a flip of that, the first time I watched The Exorcist, I was like, this is hilarious. You know, and it was like, I didn't find it scary. Whereas now, the thought of it, it's like, that is quite scary.
What age would you hypothetically let your kids watch like horror movies that you wanted to watch when you were a kid?
Ooh, 16, 15, 16.
You see, my dad was tough. Like, my dad was so tough. Like, he'd never let me. The first 18 movie that I got to watch was when I was 18.
Right.
And it was Godfather.
But why is The Godfather in 18?
No idea.
I don't know about that in 18.
Very fucking strange, like. But
yeah.
No, I think I'll let my kids watch it from like maybe between, I'd say 12, 15.
Because like, I think my first I think I sort of watched stuff in around 14. Because I had a friend when I went on holidays. He was a couple of years older than me, and he would be like, "Well, I remember watching Scream." It was him, and like all our parents were out for dinner, and we were just in his house. Him and there was another girl who was like sort of maybe a bit older than him, and she's kind of like the babysitter, but also just did whatever she wanted anyway and left us to it. But I remember watching Scream, and his house, like, they lived like right on a cliff at the seaside, and he went like, "Oh, I need to go and let the dogs out for a pee," and he climbed up on a balcony. And he had seen Scream, and I was watching Scream with myself, all scared. At one of the bits, there was like, you know, the bit where he jumps out in the garage. He just banged the window, and I don't think I have ever been closer to having like a full prolapsed asshole in my life than when that happened. And that, I remember those like being really scared in the house. But you know when you're trying to not be scared.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm not. But really,
there's bravado behind it, but still you're shitting yourself.
See, even sometimes now, if I watch a scary movie, I'm like, oh, I need to go and put something in the bed. I'm like, oh, I need to go really quick here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get that now. It's like, I don't know. I'm just ready for it.
Yeah, you like you see the sauna, and you're like, I'm ready to go in.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
But still, we need to get to the bottom. What does scare you? What? You're like, you know what? The cost of living crisis.
Yeah, I was going to say commitment or something like that, something hilarious, but I I don't know. Probably going to the cinema with no background knowledge of the film.
Yeah, that's a fair one. And as someone who goes to cinema regularly, what's your go-to purchase at the cinema?
Large combo with sweet popcorn, Coke,
See,
no ice.
My Daniel will get that.
The past couple of times I've been to Dundonald. I've gotten the hot dogs. Yeah, been to Dundonald. I've never been to the one in Bangor.
You know what I will say? Dundonald is actually, that park is good.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
I do
Omni
like it.
Park is good. You get some nice grub in there.
Serves a
Cinema's
purpose.
Good. But in Bangor now, I was asked this week to go on a morning radio show and slag off Bangor, and I said no, not having it. I will not say a negative word about Bangor. However, with a bit of thought, the way the cinema works there now is beyond nonsensical.
Okay.
Beyond it.
How so?
So you walk in and you have to like order your tickets or your drink.
Yeah.
At the like machine
Kiosk.
so you have to do that, but then you have to like bring your ticket to a person, and then you have to bring your receipt to get the drinks and stuff to a person at the thing. They have to give you what you've got. Then you go with your ticket to get scanned somewhere else, I think, and then you have to bring the ticket to a guy to let you in. And it's like, there's too many people. Streamline this.
For me, man, it's unbelievably more streamlined because I use the Omniplex Cinepass thing. So not only cheap movies, anybody who goes to the movie should get it because you get like fucking 3 free movies a month for the price of one movie. You get discounted rate.
But can you go as much as you want? Is there a limit?
There is a limit to, you get 3 or 4 or 3 free movie tickets each month.
Right, okay. But how many to pay for?
1.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, $9.99.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, well, I thought you could go as many as you want.
Well, you can, but you know, you're gonna have to pay for it. But you get this kind of price on like snacks and stuff.
If I'm
like
paying
that.
$9.99, I want to go to cinema every day if I want, and I want money off my pick a mix because that's what I get. I get a large Coke and a pick a mix.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is the pick and mix not like super expensive though?
yeah, but listen,
Worth it.
that doesn't. But see how often I go to cinema now. It's I go so for like my cinema partner is my mate Daniel. He used to be my housemate, and then Catherine ousted him. Still slightly bitter about that. But he then moved in. He was so upset that he had to leave Northern Ireland, and he moved to London, and he relocated. But he's back now working for a few weeks, and there's so many. I mean, we're going to go and see the new Mission Impossible. That's what we're going
I've heard
to see.
it's good.
But he's this guy that if you don't get to him quick, he'll have seen it. So I was like, have you seen Oppenheimer? He's like, yeah, I was collecting my girlfriend from the airport there, but her flight was delayed, so I just went to see Oppenheimer by myself.
Had a quick 4 hours to kill.
Yeah,
So.
like, fuck's sake. But and that's what he did, and he had literally seen it the day. Even maybe it might have been on preview. Maybe he'd seen it. And I'm like, you need to stop doing that.
Yeah. No, I'm the worst for it. I want to go see Oppenheimer by myself, and like my friends all wanted to go see it and stuff like that, and they were talking in the group chat about going to see it.
Yeah,
but I can wait.
Somebody has told me that the best way to enjoy it's in the IMAX. Would that be true?
Yes. The first time I saw it was in like one of the smaller screens in Downpatrick, and then last night was in the big IMAX. 10 out of 10.
So you've seen it twice?
Yeah.
Why did you go to Downpatrick?
Because that's the nearest cinema to my house.
Is it? Oh man, sorry. That's so wick.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes away from my house.
And how many people was it? A packed cinema?
Yeah.
In Downpatrick?
Both times, yeah.
Heavenly Father. I thought there'd be like 6 people in Downpatrick.
Yeah, you'd think that, but like, no, it's been packed out. Like,
and what's your views on like allocated seats? Do you like it or not?
Yes. Oh, of course. The anxious thoughts that I get when it's one of those cinemas where you can just sit wherever you want, that someone will sit beside me, it's too much.
Yeah. And was someone sitting beside you at the Downpatrick?
No, because I had booked, it was like the wee kind of aisle seats just beside, so it's like a row, like there are 2 seats each column, and then they go up. So I booked the outside one, so somebody would have needed to book the inside one, and I was like, I was betting on nobody doing it, like, so, and then I got that seat by myself. Yeah. So, but no, last night it was in the IMAX, and we're sat beside other people. In Dundonald.
We were? Who were you with?
My friend.
Which one?
Dean.
Dean?
Dean, shout out to Dean.
Big shout out to my main man
He
Dean.
exists. Yeah.
Did he enjoy Oppenheimer?
He did. You
'Cause
enjoyed it?
I am going to watch it at some point.
Oh, yeah?
And then I'm going to openly give you my opinion on it.
I hope
And I
so.
believe it's going to be overrated, in my opinion. That's what I
Okay.
think. What's the story?
With Killian.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, so basically, J. Robert.
Is he happy with himself or not?
Not really. I mean, like, it's a movie where he deals with. There's a lot of like inner turmoil and stuff like that.
Does he get kashish?
Yeah, he gets like it's his job, I guess.
Yeah, but does he get a good dough for inventing what he invented?
He gets put on the cover of Time magazine as the father of the atomic bomb, so I'm sure there's a bit of jingle that goes with that. Like,
Is there any connection between that and what's that other one? Yeah, the one with Rorschach in it,
Watchmen.
The Watchmen.
I
Is
love
there,
Watchmen.
is there anything between? Is there a link between Oppenheimer and The Watchmen with Doctor? What's he called?
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
No,
No, because
But-
he's a big naked nuclear guy, isn't he?
he really is, and
Yeah.
you get to see. There's a lot of a fair bit of nudity
In Oppenheimer?
Mm-hmm.
See boobs.
Oh yeah,
Oh why?
Oh, you
that's
do.
Good. Fair play, to you, Crick.
yeah.
Because I don't think he's not a big boob man like normally, is he?
No, not to my knowledge.
No.
But yeah, no. Florence Pugh
Uh-huh.
is naked in the movie.
Oh wow! Well, a lot of young guys will be rushing to see that.
Yeah. And
I would
it's
like
a good
actually.
time for the whole family.
I would like Margot Robbie to be naked in Barbie, but to have no nipples or a vagina. That would be a lot of fun. For me to
That's
see.
the closing joke of Barbie. I don't know if I'm spoiling it for you, but after like everything returns to normal in Barbie world, she goes like, right, I'm going to a gynecologist.
Yeah. But tell me this: is Barbie appropriate for kids? Like, could Catherine
yeah.
take Holly?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
what is it rated? It's PG, is it? Or
18. Barbie gets X-rated.
yeah, no, I don't think there's anything. There's no swear words or anything like that. And the gynecologist jokes, the
Yeah.
only kind of. Yeah,
I wonder why a gynecologist is called a gynecologist, not a vaginacologist.
It's probably some like I don't know Greek name for it. A gyne.
A gyne. Hey, do you want to have a little swash of my gyne? No, gross. There's no nice word, is there, for a vagina?
No, exactly. And like if people start going like, "Oh, I'm going out tonight to crush some gyne," that's when I know civilization's over.
Has anyone, to your knowledge, ever used that phrase? I'm going out to crush some gyne. How do you? What is what is even the logistics of that? How do you crush a gyne?
No, you know the way you got like kind of like I don't know those frat bros in like
Smash
America.
some puss?
Yeah, smash some puss.
But when they say,
Gyne.
yeah,
You know, I don't know.
Crush gyne?
Yeah, it's just Greek frat boys.
crush gyne, sounds like a sort of guy.
Sounds like a wrestler.
Yeah, he sounds like a friend of Gene Simmons. Hey, Chaim Witz and Crush Gyne are going.
That's Ace Frehley's real name. Man, I was obsessed with Kiss when I was younger, man.
Kiss
So
are
good.
great. They would be a band I would like to see live. You know?
I've seen them twice.
And I know, and it makes me jealous every
Very good.
time.
Very good.
Well, you have any concerts coming? I mean, just randomly, do you have any concerts coming up?
No, I saw Florence and the Machine in Malahide Castle.
Florence Poo in the Machine.
It was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see Hosier in December. Apart from that,
Where is
nothing.
Hosier playing?
Belfast. The ODC.
He said that so swift, Belfast.
Those I only know two bits of information. When Hostel came out
Yeah.
and where's
Where
Hosier
Hosier playing? No, I'm actually going to see some fun concerts coming up.
Oh really?
Yeah,
What you
I'm gonna
got coming up?
see Blink-182.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very fun.
And I'm going to see Busted.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
the
two for
fourth time.
fourth time.
Busted are my
I was never really into Busted.
They're
as
my
a-
favourite band.
Yeah.
Yep. Love Busted, always have. And I feel like I've had to come out recently with, like, you know what? They're my favourite band.
Of all time.
Yeah. I think so.
Unironically.
Yeah. I've seen them live 4 times.
Mm.
I'm going with a mate to see them this time. Just 2 36-year-old dads going to see Busted. You know?
It's the way they would have wanted it.
Yeah. You know what?
What's the band that you've seen most in your life?
Busted. Yeah. Busted or Snow Patrol.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe.
I've seen Snow
Yeah.
Patrol a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen Snow Patrol, I think, 4 times.
You go
I've
the
seen-
War. Is the
Yeah.
big one they did in Ward Park,
Oh,
wasn't it?
man, that's the best. That was one of my favourite life moments, that
Oh, yeah?
concert. Oh, right. You might appreciate the significance of this, right?
Okay.
The older you get, the more you appreciate ease, don't you? Not,
yeah.
not the drugs. The older you get, the more you'll have been wiped out, right? But the older you get, you like ease. EASE. Simplicity. Handiness. I could walk to Ward Park from my house and I could have 1 tin of beer or 1 tin of cider on the way and I'm there. Then when I was at Ward Park, I was like, I've had maybe more than one tin of cider in my house. I think I maybe had some wine. I maybe had some beers. I maybe some cider. I might have even had a short or two. Walked the gig. So I'm saying I was pretty wrote off. Got there, drank some more, enjoyed the music. Everyone I was with had a good time. And then out of nowhere, Bono appeared.
What?
Bono. Yeah.
On stage,
On
not
stage,
just in the crowd.
yeah. No, not in the crowd, yeah. He appeared on stage to sing One.
Okay.
Scary Light Body.
This is a
And
banger.
I couldn't get my wee head around. And I kept saying to Catherine, but Bono, see, this is history. Bono's in what? This is where I walk my dog. I didn't even have a dog at the time. This is mine. My house is as a crow flies 2 minutes. And there's Bono. She's like, do you even like you too much? I'm like, vaguely, but doesn't matter.
I was a bit annoyed when they put all
Yeah.
that album on.
Oh, I
fucking-
still to this day have to delete that shit. It pops up every so often. But yeah, I just couldn't get over the fact that Bono was at Ward
That's
Park.
crazy. Yeah,
And then you know what
there's-
else was nice? There was a thing last year that was like they called it something wrong, like rock goes the 80s, and then it was like wet, and you know, not rock.
Yeah.
And like that guy, it's everywhere, and he did Glastonbury here, Rick Astley.
Oh yeah,
Those
he
kind of guys
seems
playing.
to be
But
popping
like,
up everywhere. Like,
I was able to go into my garden because I didn't go to that one because Catherine wanted to go, but I was like, no, I only go to Ward Park to see Snow Patrol.
yeah, it's sacred now.
Yeah, but then we're in I was in my back garden doing a wee bit of you know, hanging washing in the line or something, and I just hear wet saying good night girl, so I was able to have a slow dance with my wife in my back garden. Oh, it's tremendous.
Can't favour that, like.
No, and the guy, obviously you're a big Marty Pello fan of Wet,
Yeah.
but there's a guy out of Liberty X who won The Voice, is now the lead singer of Wet, and he is a tremendous singer. Because I was like, I'm not going to see them, fuck that. It's like, UB40 without Ali Campbell, bollocks, I'm not doing it. And then when I heard him sing, I was like, you maybe have a better voice than Marty Pello right now, you know. And it was,
Didn't they
it's
sponsor a
beautiful.
football team? Was it like Partick Thistle or something like
Yes, Marty Pello, I think so. Let's see, Wet, Partick Thistle, Partick. Oh, I can speak. Wet. What a weird name for a
that?
band.
It is very strange. Scottish, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clydebank. Yeah, sponsored
Was it
by-
Clyde? Yeah, Clydebank.
I mean, how much? Like,
A Florentina shirt, like. Isn't
you'd
it?
love that if Fiorentina shirt with wet in the front. You know I love you, I always will. What a great band. And Marty Pello in his prime, beaut. See, he had that long hair.
I'm going. I'm going to Google when I get home.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, there'd be more than the band to be wet if I saw that guy. Whoa. Very sexy.
There's also Ed Sheeran sponsored a jersey.
Ipswich, yeah.
It's weird.
But it's not as cool as well.
nah,
is
definitely
it?
not. No.
Ed Sheeran's an annoying guy because to me, I think me and him would get on swimming.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think as a guy, I get on the best of him, but I just don't like his tunes.
I'm the exact same. I genuinely think if there was one person I would want to go to Nando's with or something like
Yeah.
that, it would be him.
What do you think of all these Capaldi?
Oh yeah, seems cool. He's taking a step back from music now, isn't he? Because the whole Tourette's
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I felt sorry for him there.
I saw some clips about it, but I didn't really watch it. About him, like not being able to perform. It was at Glastonbury or
Yeah,
something like
and his
that.
shoulder was going. It was hard to watch. But you know what? His documentary's good on Netflix. Makes you feel sorry for him. Like, God love him. I nearly said R.I.P., but he's not dead. So I'll just. Speaking of R.I.P., should we do some questions? Been chatting. We've
Let's do it.
been nattering on here. Dean has said. Okay, so you can take this one. Thoughts on Andrew Dice Clay?
Oh yeah, the
Do you reckon he'd be cancelled today with that style of comedy?
I don't know, but I don't really know who likes that, like unironically, the whole like hickory dickory dock sucking cock
Yeah.
kind of thing. I don't know. That's Dice Clay, right?
Yeah, well, I actually thought that was my dad. That was the nursery rhyme too. You just say to me. You know?
Yeah, not really a fan.
No,
I don't know.
I really like Guido style humor, and like
No, that's fair.
there's a guy who's just an angry New York guy, and he's just a guy in his like 50s, and he's just always giving off about shit, and I think it's really funny. He's one of the only things on TikTok I've seen that I've gone, that's funny to me.
That's your thing.
And he'd be like, just fucking getting on like this, and these motherfucking cocksuckers are fucking. And I'm like, I'm there for this. You know, I think Clay, no one's ever called him. I think Clay was actually, Andrew Clay was a wee bit, yeah, so we'll go on to this question. Oh, wow. Hold on. Joe, you've asked me too many questions, and I don't want to open this video because it says I had to sign into YouTube and all, so I'll ask one of your other questions. Joe says, I saw a video of a shark attack, and then I heard Paddy McDonald describe the exact same video, but he embellished it to the point of absurdity. And my question is, do you think everybody sees the universe the same? Is my read of the situation, or is my read the same as your read? People have different tastes in food. Do you think we perceive reality with our eyes and brains differently? So what he's saying is, Paddy McDonald has spoofed about a video he's seen, and he's seen the same video and said that's not the way he told the story. Do you believe we see things the same?
I think a lot, to get deep and philosophical, all, like, you know, people's backstories and stuff like that, things they go through, makes you kind of interpret things a little bit differently than some other people would.
That's the worst answer I've ever heard that. Yes or no?
I don't know, that's a yes. Yeah, that's a yes.
So if you and I watched the same shark attack video, would we be stimulated by different things in the video? Like, I might be like, that's a quite long dorsal fin he has there.
Oh yeah,
You
but
might
then
be like,
I would just feel like this is very reminiscent from the 1975 film Jaws.
All right, I thought you were going to say the band, 1975, which, I mean, there's a guy there.
Yeah, did you see the recent thing that happened with him? Getting the
Yeah, he was doing some gay stuff in Singapore or something.
Yeah, and got the whole festival cancelled.
Good. Because you know what? Here's the thing, right? Now, this is maybe a controversial take, but I think to some extent, if you go to another country, as much as if people come to your country, see if they come to my country, no, if they come to, like, there are customs that should be respected. You know what I mean? Now, you mightn't agree with them, but if that's the rules in certain places, you have to do. Like, I'll not, speak to a woman in Saudi Arabia because I value my hands. All right, so I just think there's certain things. But him going out being like, "Oh, I'm a musician, I can do whatever I want."
Yeah, it's kind of.
But what he doesn't realize is him kissing his bandmate has resulted in the death of 50 gay men. They got rounded up by the Singapore government, and they had their penises removed, and they were sewed to each other like a human centipede, except they called it a human centipedophile, and it's nothing to do with being gay.
It's just a coincidence.
That's what the Singapore government do, and that's all because of Matty Healy. And he thinks he's I'm an ally. No, you got people killed. You're an enemy to the LGBTQ plus community, Healy. Okay,
we're coming for you.
Yeah, and your mum Denise from EastEnders or Corey or whatever it was, she's let down too.
For real?
Yeah.
No, fucking didn't know that.
Yep.
There you go.
There you have it. So yeah, people do see things differently. I mean, because you would probably have a different take on the behaviour of the 1975 to me, but
I never actually listened to it. Like, they have that chocolate song, but apart from that, man, I'm just not with music. Like,
no, I like that one. And I know when you're around, because I know the sound of your heart. Nope, that was all. That was the only one I like, baby. Let me see. Naomi has said something might help you get to sleep at night. Oh, I hope it's a 1975 snogging. Oh, ASMR girlfriend tucks you to sleep. I love you. Kisses are okay. Let me see. Do you like ASMR?
No, it makes me very uncomfortable.
Hey, babe. What's wrong? You having a hard time sleeping?
Oh no, I hate
no,
see that.
I hate that. It's the breath. I don't know.
I have misophonia.
What's that?
Which is the fear of like eating noises.
Oh fuck,
like,
yeah.
If I'm in a room and I can hear, I genuinely want to cut people's heads off.
I have echophilia.
What's that?
Good.
I was gonna say it's like if you shout down a well, you get a root.
It's when you hear an unusual accent or anything like that, your first instinct is to mimic it.
Alright, I thought you were just going to say it's racist. See, if I hear a foreign accent, I fucking go boogaloo. Ah! Yeah, I think we do that as well. Yeah.
My I was going to counselling for a while, and my therapist was like English, and genuinely every time that she goes like, "Oh, and how did that make you feel?" I was just like, "Oh, fucking mental, mate! I couldn't help myself." I went full Cockney geezer.
And the weird thing was she's from Clyde. Like, I don't fucking know, mate. I'm fucking feeling a little bit fucking mardy, aren't I? You bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Shows your tits. No! Didn't fucking mean it. Because like I do that because I spoke to Shane and I had this thing where we were chatting, like if we watch the same series or like a lot of TV series and like it was Top Boy.
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
watching. So for a while I'd be phoning him, and he'd pick up the phone. I go, "Yeah, what one man? Yeah." And he'd be like, "Not much, man. You got that food?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, cause yeah, absolutely. Where you want to collect that from me? Yeah, man. You playing totally fucking. You're being right outside the box, bruv, innit?" And he'd be like, "What?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, man. The blood clots. I can't cope with that shit. You know, feel me?" And then Catherine would be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like, "What the fuck you think? Listen, you fucking beaking on my phone calls, cause yeah." And she'd be like, "Don't be at that." And for the last week, we've been watching Love Hate. So I've been walking around my house going, "The fucking hell, man, where's me dinner?"
I've been told my Dublin accent sounds just like a regular deaf person.
Please. By people in Dublin or from,
Yeah, by people from Dublin. Yo, Rui.
yeah. You definitely sound like a deaf dub, you know, for sure.
But that's the only thing
Yeah,
I can
hi,
say.
Rui.
Yo, Rui.
And I'm just wondering if you were one around here. Yeah. I remember I did an impression of so bad. No, I'm not gonna do it. I can't even do it. It's too
Yeah,
bad.
we'll do it after.
It's too niche, and nobody would get it, and they'd be like, "That's so."
I got
mean."
the Erling Holland thing to
Yeah,
be fair. So.
That's good. But I like to do an accent.
Oh yeah, I'm awful at them, but I
Yeah.
like doing them.
Because I my personal favorite is I am very good at an African accent.
Oh yeah,
South African.
South African.
Yeah, and like I'm very believable. I think I can write. Give me a chat, and I'll do my South African accent.
What do you think about apartheid?
I thought it was bloody brilliant, and I was a big fan because, of course, you know, a lot of people here are full because our farms are being taken over by the people from the other country. Yeah, you know, I can't say where they're from because it's racist. But I enjoy to do. I like.
That's fucking excellent, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, but the love hate one is the one I'm into at the minute, you know. And sometimes I just find myself talking in a room by myself, you know. And Catherine be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm practicing before if I ever needed a Dublin accent.
Just in
you know.
case, yeah. Get you out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, and I like Scottish. I, like when I went to the Fringe and stuff, I'd be like, I always find myself turning into a wee bit of an Andy Murray impersonator.
It's
you
very,
know,
very,
do
very Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, because the difference between Edinburgh is very soft and Glasgow's a wee bit more. "Hey man, what the fuck you doing, man? What are you doing, you prick?" You know. So yeah, I would find myself doing.
What's
that
your
quite a bit.
Bromie like?
My Bromie?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I see when watching Peaky Blinders,
Yeah.
I'm just like, fucking all of the Peaky fucking Blinders.
All right. That's just
That's
yeah.
just doubling again.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, man. I'm one of the blinders. I'm Killian on his break.
Oh, fucking hell.
What and like what they even saying though? Bromie, Orion Bromie.
I'm from fucking
Jack
Birmingham.
Grealish from. Why is it anytime you do an accent you have to say where it's from? I'm from Liverpool, mate. You know, I'm from Birmingham.
From Manchester. I don't know.
Manchester's hard.
Yeah, I can never do
I
it.
can never get a Manchester. For a while, I try, and I've got Ireland. I've got fucking Ireland in my head now. The one that was for a while used to try to be Gary Barlow, and it was odd. It sounded more like Ken Barlow. But yeah, it's hard. And I like to throw some French in there too. You know,
Je ne sais quoi.
you know, like for me, it's just try to copy the Arsene
classic.
Wenger, you know, and what else do I like to do? Only the Gino De Campo voice. Gordon, you bastard. That's about as far as I can do. But yeah, I like to do it, and if I see someone with an accent, it is hard to not.
Yeah,
just-
it's hard. Maybe you have it too.
Yeah. What's it called? Echophilia.
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 And echopraxia is when you see like an unusual, like if someone had a tick or did like an unusual kind of like body movement, your first thing is to do the same.
Sorry, what happened there? Don't know.
Oh fuck. How did we get here from the
I
question?
don't know. From ASMR.
No, yeah.
ASMR.
That's the first thing that's going to be illegal when I'm in charge.
ASMR.
Yeah, don't like it.
But it's this.
Yeah.
I don't like stop it. And who likes that? Again, here's the other thing I have a problem with. Fucking people marrying animals. What the
Is this an issue?
Yeah, like people are like, "Oh, I fell in love with an alligator." Did you? Hope it bites your dick off, mate. You know. And then there's a story in the news this week about the woman who divorced her ghost husband,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and she's like, "Actually, Steve wants to get married. He's doing a line in Marilyn Monroe." Was he? And he was called Eduardo, but it was spelled like Edward with an O. It was not E. There was no U. It was just Edward O. And it's like, no. And then he came back smelling a Chanel number 5, Marilyn Monroe's favourite scent. If he was bucking Marilyn Monroe, he should come back smelling Minge. Do you know what I mean? Not Chanel number 5. He should be coming back smelling like A-hole number 2. That's what he should come back. I hate people.
Do you draw the line at ghosts and animals? What do you like with roller coasters? That's all.
Anything that's not a human, you shouldn't marry. You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. I love a roller coaster. Okay, that's really sweet and all that you really like, but if you consummate it, that's just, at some point, there's people rubbing tushy off a roller coaster, and I don't need to see that. Rubbing gang. You know what I mean? Tekashi 6 gang, you know, just rubbing on. You know what I mean? Like, and people come. That's the thing. I love my dishwasher. Really, when you sit on it, it's fucking grinding your guining. You know what I mean? I hate it. I think people should go, no harm to you. It makes you happy. You're fucking mental. Yeah. You know, no harm. You need help. I just fell in love with my terrapin. Want to marry him? Just like a terrapin. I mean, I love my dog. I don't want to fucking.
Everything doesn't need to be like a lifelong commitment to it.
And like the people who marry inanimate objects never stay married. You know what I mean? If you're with them forever, you go, okay, you know what I mean? That's
and they're always the one that divorces the inanimate objects, never the other way around.
It's like a roller coaster's never like, you know what? This isn't working out for me. Because you know why? Because a roller coaster sits like this. Because the fucking roller coaster. Now, Eduardo's out fucking Marilyn Monroe, and I get that.
Never seen you this animated?
No, because people piss me off. This fucking annoys me. And then people are like, that's mad, isn't it? No, and then the worst are the people who go to the fucking weddings, the friends and family. Can you? I'm just giving my daughter away to who? Fucking Thin Air. Stupid. What they should be doing? They should bring back bring back lobotomies. Get the Kennedy family on the rip and send them off to fucking.
You good?
There's plenty of fish in the sea, but don't marry fish. Marry humans. All right. Tom has asked, what do you make of Arsenal's transfer window so far, Davey? What do you rate their chances out of 10 to win the Premier League? And can I get your top 4 predictions? I think I love the Premier League, but I wouldn't want to marry the trophy. You know, why am I so angry at this? I never even knew I was as angry about it.
Oh fuck!
I think Arsenal and Man City and Man United and Liverpool will be the top 4 this year.
Liverpool, really?
Yeah. I think so. What do you reckon?
I think Newcastle probably in with the shout. They haven't really lit the whole transfer market on fire, though.
But I think Tonali's a good signing. But also Harvey Barnes could be the signing of the, you know.
It could quite be. Well, unless anything happens with Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, but you know what? Another thing. I don't know what's going on at Chelsea, but they have released the worst football shirt I've ever seen.
Which one?
Their new home kit with no sponsor and the stupid, like, reflective badge. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It looks like something that you would make in, like, Pro Evolution back in the day before when they were West London Blues. Chelsea home kit. It's disgusting.
I like the new Arsenal away kit.
You do?
I do.
Like a lot of people don't.
Everybody's giving it shit.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I'll not buy it. I don't mind it, but I will not buy it. Like, look at that. It's not just shit, generic, basic football shirt.
Oh, yeah. That's their new home kit?
That's their new home kit.
Yeah, that's shocking.
And that's like reflective, that badge.
No, I don't like it.
And look at this, the back of it.
I kind of like the back, but if it was had the, like, I don't know, like a proper sponsor and stuff like that. When I see a football shirt without a sponsor, it just looks wrong for me.
Yeah, but like, look at it. It's just shit. They should get sponsored by Coors, and that might save it, like the good old days. I'm really annoyed about people fucking marrying alligators. What's your... Talal's asked us, the comedian friend has asked about my worst airport experience. Well, on Saturday, when I came home from holidays.
Was it bad?
Matilda was living, breathing example of what the reincarnation of Satan in a human form would be. She was beyond a prick. She would not sit in her seat. She screamed the whole way home. She followed me. She bit me. She put food all over me. And then whenever we got to the the airport to collect her bag. She wanted to push one of the bags, but it was 5 times her size. Then she had a full tantrum. Then she got on the bus to take us to where the car was parked. She wouldn't hold Catherine's hand come with the bus. She fell off the bus when it stopped. Another tantrum. Full dickhead.
Yeah.
And that was stress. And then, you know, people are like, fuck, what are they like and all? And I was like...
Satan.
Yeah, and I just want to punch them. You know, it was just very...
I was once... we were stuck on a plane for like 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And we couldn't leave. And it wasn't leaving the runway or anything like that, just because of some like mechanical fault in the plane, which fucking scares you as soon as you're told that. So that's probably it. I think it was like going over to like Toronto or something like that, but it was worst experience.
Because we had a sort of fun experience talking about something similar, and when we were I think on our probably after Matilda's bad, and I was like, was that the worst? And she was like, Catherine went, yeah, it was pretty bad, but we were once held on the plane for 4 hours and there was no air conditioning, and she went, that was the worst thing that's ever happened. And I went, but you remember Anders Breivik killed all those kids? And she went, what? I went, that's probably worse, isn't it? Like, he killed like 69 kids on an island off Norway, and probably think it's worse than you being stuck on a plane for hours. And you know what she said to me? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I was like, and also to make matters worse, I think in Oslo a bomb killed a further 8 people. So I think, the death of 77 people in a day.
A little bit worse.
Worse than you having to be delayed your holiday in a bit of heat when you're going to be even hotter anyway. She's like, you're an asshole. You know. Sorry, my mother's asking me. Do mothers ever ask you questions like, do you know so and so? And you're like, no, and then they would be like, but you do.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
all the fucking time.
Here's the thing. You see when I say I don't, I don't. You know, I'd love to be able to say I do.
I'm not building suspense here by lying.
No, do you know so and so? No, and then what they'll do, they'll explain the person to you, but you don't know the person.
Yeah, exactly.
But sure, he's the one. You know, he's got that the wee tooth at the front. You know, wee dark one. He hit it when he was a kid, and it's damaged. No, he's got a wee turn in his eye. No, he's got the golden tips. No. That don't. Right. John Joe said, please tell me that you've seen the Island Boys that are dating each other on OnlyFans. Have you seen that? Do you know the Island Boys?
Are they not brothers?
Yeah, but there's a video kicking about of them snogging. Have you seen it?
That can't be true. Surely not.
With Island Boys. I mean, Island Boys kissing. Kissing, this is fun, isn't it? I'm an Island Boy. That's not too bad. Is there any full like snogging going on?
Kissing your brother on Twitter is wild. There's no proof of us kissing on Twitter. Yeah, there's no proof of that. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Yeah. Kissing your brother.
They've got more face tattoos since last time I seen them.
They're definitely kissing there.
Oh
aren't they?
yeah, 100%.
Kissing.
Yeah, the Island Boys are pretty dope.
So sad is because you know that they would never do that unless they just.
Okay, actually, 3, 2, 1.
Are they just kissing guys?
Actually,
Are the Island Boys just gay guys now? Fair play to them.
That's yeah.
No, well, I mean, I'd like to see them.
Did you say they were on OnlyFans too?
That's the question was. Are they doing this on OnlyFans?
Very strange behavior.
On OnlyFans. If anyone's on OnlyFans, please subscribe to the Island Boys and tell me if they're doing any more. In which case, maybe I'll need to look into that a bit further. You know?
Another business expense.
Listen, fair play. Write it off, the tax man. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I felt good in parts and then I felt bad in parts. And I don't even know what time it is. It's 9:30. Jeez, we've had a lot of fun.
We have.
Jordy, anything you want to plug in?
I would like to plug Darren's show that's happening on the 6th of August.
Let me see if
do it.
I allow you to do that. Yes, this podcast will be out before that.
Excellent.
So
Yeah,
yes.
Darren Matthews having a show was the 6th of August. 6th, 5th?
Yeah.
One of the two.
6th Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, because he asked me to do support, but I can't do it, and I feel bad.
Why can't you do it?
Down in Dublin.
Oh, why?
Doing little gigs.
Gigs?
Doing the Inter.
Inter?
Yeah.
What, the Interstellar?
The Inter.
Stephen, no, Cricky
Nolan.
Nolan's Interstellar, yeah.
The International in
I heard a wee rumour that they've got a microphone now.
They do indeed.
Is it good down there?
Yeah, it's good.
Just tell me some acts you saw when you were down. Check. No,
Imanadama.
I like him.
Yeah, big fan. That's it. It's just him. No, there's a bunch. There's
Misery, yeah.
yeah, but none of them are coming. None of them coming, man. James Cadden's fucking great. Brown O'Toole.
Don't drink my water.
Is that your order? Sorry.
You got so awkward there. I couldn't remember names. You're like, give me your stuff. This is mine now. I'm just taking away. Yeah.
Just take the camera, walk out.
James Cadine, who's that?
James Cadden, he's
Cadine, that's not
Cadine.
Cadine.
No. He will not stand for that. Comedian from, like from Monaghan or somewhere. He's great.
What does he talk about?
His dad dying.
Yes! Love it. And what do you talk about?
My dad
Yes! Love it. That's what we're here for. You know, love it. And is there a way for anyone to get into that club?
dying.
Kill your dad. Yeah! Nice. And anyone, what about that guy who's fucking smart? Al Porter, is he on the rip down there at the minute, or what's he up to?
I haven't
I've seen Al in a while.
I haven't seen him about, no.
Yeah, you know what, Al, if you're about, come on the pod. Love to have you up here. It'd be a lot of fun. You're welcome. Yeah, so Darren Show, where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at Jordan Robinson Comedy. I'm occasionally funny on that. On Instagram. Okay. No, stand up I'm pretty good, but
there you go.
You have to have confidence in this kind of thing, don't you?
Because what does Gokwan say? It's all about the confidence. Jordan, pleasure.
Pleasure as always.
I'm the sly guy.